What up, though? It's your girl T-Barb, and I have a question, especially for you, Mr. Cannon, since you have so many children. At what point in the dating phase should a person introduce their kids to their mate, significant other, or the person they're dating? How long should that process be before they meet the kids?
Never. I mean, I'm joking, but I think that's such a serious step that unless you plan on that person being in your children's life for a long, extended period of time, like you're gonna marry that person, you feel like that's gonna be your family, therefore you wanna introduce them to your family, because obviously, as we know, children are super impressionable and they are super attached. As somebody who actually, not only, like she said, have a lot of children, so I'm very sensitive to that. But then being a kid that I grew up in a scenario where I would get attached to like my mom's boyfriends and stuff like that. And when she would break up, I felt like he broke up with me too.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I obviously always have tried to be really cognizant of that, of just protecting the children. But that's my opinion. You're the expert. What do you think?
So here's the thing. I tend to agree with you. And it's so serious sometimes that court orders will tell you when you can. Some people will say, look, that you need to be dating with somebody for at least 6 months, a year, before introducing the kids. So it can be one of those things where people are taking it very seriously. If you're not taking it seriously and you're introducing them to just about everybody, what is the message that you're wanting to get across? And what message do you think that they're actually getting? I think for a lot of people, it could be out of convenience. They just are like, well, I don't want to, they're coming over. I don't want to have to ask you to leave or ask them to go somewhere else. So I think if you're not being conscientious about it, chances are somebody's going to get hurt and it's going to be the kids.
Age is a big factor as well.
Oh, that makes sense too.
You know what I mean? Because there's certain age groups, I think, especially like if you're thinking from like 5 to 14, that's a very impressionable age. Like once they're like teenagers and they're grown and they
Well, sometimes teenagers will say, well, if I can't date, you can't date.
right.
Yeah, they can have a big say in it and they can cause more problems. What do you think?
Being that I have a partner and co-parent with somebody who has many different children's mothers, I have made it a point we have a grown-up conversation where if this person means a lot to you, we can, because I also don't want to just shield our children from the fact that they do have siblings from other women. So we've had conversations where it's like, okay, keep our children private. They already have to integrate and get to know other women in a respectful manner when their siblings are around. But if this person is just like a fling or a fun time, I would just rather keep it very private and away from all those types of situations.
So if they have siblings through them, then maybe it's worth it.
Family.
Otherwise, maybe not.
Yeah, like that. I think she's saying because it's already a challenging situation, to bring in someone who's not gonna be part of the family is almost like a no-no. That's why I said, like, I joke when I say never, but like my goal really is like, my kids already gotta go through enough. So it's trying to introduce somebody that's not gonna be in their lives for a long time is probably not the wisest.
And it's a very short meeting when the kids do interact. It's always just because of siblings or like birthdays or very rarely holidays, but birthdays are our main thing. And we just try to keep an open door policy in our unit where it's like, okay, everyone's welcome, but with certain boundaries. And we've also had our own experiences and challenges in that as well. So it's definitely, like Nick says, it's impressionable, but I think through grown-up conversation and adult conversation and tough conversation, it can be possible.
Yeah, and being transparent sometimes is just like, just go straight.
Yes.
just
Communication.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, I mean, even to answer the question in a very simple way, do what's best for the children.
Yeah.
If everybody's thinking about the kids first, you're gonna make the right decision.
Yeah, until they tell you, I don't want to meet anybody you're dating, and you're like,
But I mean, if that's what they say, like, even there was times, like I said, I got 14-year-olds now. They didn't want to meet anybody. But then therefore you have to have those conversations and, from there, it's
a tough situation.
Yeah.
It can get very complicated.
Super challenging, and thank you
Very.
for that question.